Good evening, family. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Make sure the bell is lit so you'll be the first ones hear my powerful live stream or video. Also, check the description box for my links to my social media and my hashtags. Make sure you share this. It's very important. Share this, very important. Tonight, call for a panel discussion. It's going to be a panel discussion. So I'm saying that anybody that wants to join the panel, feel free. Um, also, I do have PayPal account. Also, Super Chat if you want to donate. Very much appreciate it. Let's get the likes up for this one tonight. Right, we're going to check, see how many people in it. Diane, thanks for coming. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I'm back, family. Sorry about that. Take care of something. Diane, I'm glad you're here. Very much appreciated. Waiting for some more people to come. The stories that thanks for coming. The stories we're gonna talk about tonight. It's gonna be a panel discussion. I'm not gonna send it out. Whoever wants to get on the panel, let me know. It'd be greatly appreciated. Any new ones that come in, any new people that come in the chat, I'm looking forward for that too. We're gonna talk about some things tonight. Sports and politics on the Doctors Round Table. Um, Part 6. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Alonso. Appreciate that. So we're gonna wait for some more people. Come through. Oh damn, what happened? Okay. Chief Stacey is powerful live streams, powerful live as he always do. And I'm going to go so anybody should check that out. Please check it out. Um, hold on. Hold on one more. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, John Brooks, as always, my brother. Thanks for your always support. Yeah, smash the like button. How you feel? How's the brother feel? Well, my day is going good. Was okay. You know, tomorrow's gonna be hectic. You could have laughing up there, John Brooks. Look at that. Always grinding, yeah. So it's gonna be busy like in the morning, but hopefully not late morning slow down and gonna yeah, you gotta get that 3K though. Gotta get that 3K, no doubt. Get that 3K. It's yours right there. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully God's will tomorrow, most likely we're gonna have Sunny Boxing Talk. Peace to all. Um, we're gonna talk about some serious things tonight. Most likely, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Oh, Precious, thanks for coming. I want you to stay. Thanks. All right, showing support. Yeah, I want you to stay. I want you to stay. You can stay. That's good. If not, always the next time. Thanks for showing up. Welcome to the darkness, family. Wish Precious some love. I seen her on a few hours ago on Miss Coleman's check platform. I mean channel. Want y'all to check out or check Miss Coleman's platform. Great information on there, y'all. Should check that out. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're gonna read some stuff tonight that is very important. It's going to be a panel discussion. The last one, I want y'all to check it out that I did. That was solo. I want y'all to check that out. I'm not gonna get into it. Not yet. Wait for some more people to get in. Um, so like I said, I'm gonna read some stories. It's gonna be a panel discussion. So put it out there, Precious. If you want to join the panel, when I let people know to set up, I'm gonna set up the platform. If you want to join the panel, put your email in the chat. We'd be more than happy. But we got to get some things out tonight. Cannot wait. Got to be talked about. We cannot run away from certain issues. As a people, we got to deal with all issues. We cannot say like, I don't have no information on that, or I never been. Nah, it's got to stop. It got to stop. Goes for me too. So we waiting for some more people to come on. Sunny Boxing Talk. Welcome, brother. I hope everything all right with you and the family. John Brooks. Hope your day and your night is going well. I pray for that. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Appreciate to you too. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Just grinding, brother. Just grinding. Wait for some people to come in. Oh, family, stay right there. I'll be right back. My godson just texted me. He want to tell me something, and I'll be back in a few seconds. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Godson, man. I ain't won everything. But it's all right. It's okay. Um, well, Precious, let me yeah, we waiting for some more people to build up here. Um, let me tell you something about my channel. My channel is diverse. Okay. We do talk about politics. Okay. You still here, Precious? Or you got I don't want to talk, but I'm glad that okay. All right. Great. Great. Okay. Yeah. But the links that you see tonight, that's what we're gonna be talking about. And then we're gonna expand on it. Okay, no problem. And Loso in the house. Get some more people in, get some more people in. Yeah. Like again, I said like again, tonight it's gonna be a panel discussion. So I'm looking for people that wants to get on the panel. So very important. Very important to have the discussions tonight. Not gonna I know people say, where is it about? No worry about it. I'm gonna bring it up in a few minutes. Want some more people. All right. What's going on? Okay. Got you. Got you. Um, um, all right. There it is. Look out for it, Muhammad's the one. Look out for it. There he is, the junior elder. What's good?
My brother, how you doing, man? Assalamu alaikum, brother. How you feel?
Legacy salam to you, brother.
Hey, what's going on? What's
Man,
going on?
what's going on, man? I'm ready to get it in, brother. And the links, oh yeah, the stories that's in the chat, those are one I post. I want those. These are stories that I'm going to read about. So anybody else that wants to get on the panel right now, let me know. Feel free. What's going on, Party Cows? What's going on? I'm going in tonight. This is the time that we need to listen. She Stay Sleep just hit us with some powerful stuff. Shout out to my brother. She Stay Sleep. And I'm gonna hit you with I'm gonna hit you tonight. This is the time we gotta think. This is the time they gotta this is the time we gotta mobilize. Because some of us is slipping. So we got to have these discussions tonight. So I'm looking forward that some people that is willing to come on the panel. So how's everything with you, Junior Elder?
Okay, my brother. One day at a time, and everything is getting, it's moving in the right direction. And you
Facts.
know, yeah, so just getting it there one day at a time, brother. One day at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, and peace to everybody in the chat. Welcome aboard. Hopefully, that what we talk about tonight, it'll pique your interest, and it's got to be said, and it needs to be talked about because where we at right now, it's not a good look.
Explain that,
So,
please. Explain that to the family, please.
well, we're fighting a two-front battle right now. Okay, besides
Mm-hmm.
the oppressors are trying to remove us, and things that are going on, like JT and I, we just spoke about that. Let's begin with the world of politics. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of our people don't have an interest in it. And, you say, oh, those are them people. But you know what? It's the laws and legislations that really get at us because, they're trying to take away a lot of different things. And with what we saw yesterday, what we witnessed with this attorney Barr, the attorney general, I just looked at it again and they asked him, well, are you going to turn over this certain document? He said, no.
Yeah.
He said, no. He said, what do you mean, no? He said, it's exactly what I said, no. So it's going to come down to I guess you could call that a constitutional crisis, but I don't know what these Democrats are waiting for or what they, trying to do. But you know what? I don't place my faith in them.
Right.
But you know what? You know what? This is telling us as a people, we're gonna have to get up off our behinds and start mobilizing and doing for self because they're not ready to give us anything. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. And the other story, I'm not going to bring it up because I want the queens to get on the panel on this. I really do. I'm not going to read it until some queens get on the next story. I mean, some queens want to get on right now. Feel free. All right. But brother, what you just
Yes,
talked
sir.
about, I got the
Mm-hmm.
story. Now, people said the story. The story that I'm going to read right now is also in the chat. So y'all can pull it up and read it for yourself. But I'm going to read it right now. So again, anybody that wants to join the panel, Let me know and feel free. After the story or whatever, I keep my eye on everything. So bro, I'm gonna read right now, right?
Okay, let me mute my mic while you read.
Okay, and then I said I'm finished. That's me. You unmute your mic, all right?
Got you.
All right. Now this is from CS. All right. This is from CSNBC. Speaker Pelosi accused Attorney General William Barr on committing a crime. He lied to Congress. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Attorney General William Barr lied to Congress. He said misleading lawmakers would be a crime if anyone else did so. A Justice Department spokesman called Pelosi comment reckless, irresponsible, and false. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday accused Attorney General William Barr on committing a crime by lying to Congress about Robert Mueller's report and Mueller's issues with how Barr is categorized the special counsel finding. When it's deadly serious about it, the Attorney General of the United States of America is not telling the truth that Congress of the United States. That's a crime, the California Democrat told reporters. Press again about the accusation, Pelosi said. He lied to Congress. If anybody else did that, they would be considered a crime. Nobody is above the law. Asking whether Barr should go to jail, the speaker responds that there a process involving here. I want y'all to remember that. In a statement in response, Justice Department spokesman Kerry Kupek said Pelosi based this attack on the Attorney General is reckless, irresponsible, and false. Pelosi comment appeared to reference answer Barr gave during House testimony last month. Lawmakers asked him about reporting frustrations Mueller's team had it with a summary Attorney General wrote about the special counsel report. Barr said he was not aware of concerns the Mueller team has about his summary, but news report revealed this week that Mueller has a written letter that Barr expressed concern about the Attorney General dismissing the substance on the report before the Attorney General testifies. Here's the exchange on April 9th hearing that appears to Barr Pelosi accusations. Charles Christ, the Democrat Florida, reports that in emerged recently, General had members of the special counsel team are frustrated at some level with the limited information included to your March 24 letter. Do you know that there are references with that? Barr said, no, I don't. I think. I suspect that they probably want more put out. But in my view, I was not interested in putting out summaries. The comment from the highest-ranking Democrat in the country intensifies the party criticism of the top U.S. law enforcement official. While Pelosi and the Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he's from New York, I put that in, had accused Barr of protecting Trump and having a conflict of interest. Neither lawmakers had previously gone as far as allegedly a crime. Pelosi has so far resisted calls to impeach the president, which have intensified following the release of Mueller's reacting report. Schumer, meanwhile, in writing a letter to Barr, questioning the Attorney General's views on executive power, particularly his suggestion that the president could end up an investigation if they feel they are falsely accused. NBC News reported the senator wrote that if these views are truly your views, you do not deserve to be attorney general. Democrats want Mueller to testify publicly and and had questioned why the Justice Department decided not to change the president with obstruction justice, but by trying to influence Mueller investigation. While Mueller report declined to say whether Trump obstruct justice. He also noted that the report did not exonerate Trump. It also set out derail case for Congress to potentially investigate the president for obstruction. Pelosi remarks Thursday follow a House Judicial Committee hearing that Barr decided not to attend. The panel chairman, Democratic Jerry Nadeau of New York, threatened to hold the Attorney General in contempt of Congress if he does not give access to Mueller's full unreacted report on the Russian probe. Barr repeatedly defended Trump during a Senate Judicial Committee hearing on Wednesday. The president has continued Mueller's investigation fully exonerate him on both questions. Or whether he obstructed justice and whether his campaign coordinated with Russian efforts to influence the 2016 election. Trump repeatedly described the investigation as witch hunt and since falsely called the probe a coup. This week event had escalated partial battle over congressional witness who had testified about the investigation and the president's conduct. Democrats shut down a GOP resolution Wednesday to refer Trump, former president's lawyer, and Fixer Mike Cohen to the Justice Department for accusations of lying to Congress in February. Okay, you can unmute your mic. Information man, welcome. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna ask you a question again, if you don't mind. Hello?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I thought you was talking to information man. Okay, go ahead.
Information man, he said just listening. I want I want people y'all can interact about what I read to the story of anybody that wants to join the panel. Let me know. All right. Why is it important that we should know about things like this? Why we should talk about why it is the connection to our community?
Well, I think what happens is a lot of legislations and laws that are passed kind of ransacks our community. So in other words, by that I mean we wouldn't be allowed to have goods and services.
Right.
They would be cut, even though, you know, those goods and services are below par anyway to begin with. I mean, you know, but the thing is, to be totally shut out from the frame would definitely cause havoc in our communities. In other words, when they catch a cold, we catch the flu. Okay. So I believe that in my estimate, in my opinion, that we have to be cognizant of what's going on, because if we don't, you know, we wouldn't be able to take the necessary steps to rectify the situation ourselves either. And we'd have to get a leg up on these people and actually stay a move ahead of these people, because it's right now, it's a game of chess, not checkers. But the question is our people willing to move forward to get their hands dirty to do these certain things? You know, because from what I'm finding, a lot, you know, I'm not saying every one of our people. There's people out here that are like us, that think like-minded. But, you know, it's the other half that seems like they don't want to do it. I don't know if it's because of fear or is it because they just don't want to do it. But we have to keep an eye on everything that these people are doing. Because, again, it will ransack the neighborhoods. It will ransack whatever neighborhoods are left, number one. As you've seen it, JT. You're from New York.
Yes.
And other places I know, when they did that gentrification.
Yep.
You know, we didn't see it coming. But then by the time we seen it coming, it was too late. You see? And that in itself should have never taken place. But this is what happened because I was back then. I remember when there was a lot of burnt out tenements in Harlem, South Bronx. Now the city had those tenements for $1, all right, in taxes. And I remember my uncle used to say, "Yo, you should get together with your boys." And we looked at him like, "Man, we don't want them burnt out buildings." He said, "No, man, you could get them and refurbish it." So we took a ride downtown. It was about 15 of us. And when we got there, we inquired about these landmarks. But what they told us was, well, how's your credit? I said, well, how much credit are you talking about? They said, well, in excess of 30,000 or 40,000. We said, oh, well, we young. We growing up still, so we don't have that type of financial backing. They said, well, you'll be ineligible. So that's the one way how they did it. You see, that's one way. I can imagine countless other ways of how they did things like that. You see, and again, we're left out of the thing of doing for ourselves as far as that's concerned. But see, the thing is, you had other people that had money, but they just didn't care. And we're trying to tell them, yo, invest, invest, invest. But they just didn't want to do it. They rather had left the neighborhood, go to Westchester County, go to New Jersey, go to Long Island, buy these houses, whatever, and that's where it all started to fall apart. This was around, the mid 80s, early 80s. And, to me, that's where it all fell apart, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, tell us how you feel about the story I read. And also, I want people in the chat engaged. Got to engage in this family. We got to engage. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Well, let's just say, for instance, if you and I was president and vice president, do you think we'd be able to get away and tell these people to go piss off somewhere, go kick rocks?
Hell,
They would have had us. They would have had us arrested. Now they said, "Oh, but you can't indict a sitting president." Since when did that come up? Okay, and they're pulling out all the stops. Look what they do. Look what they do. And I want my people to focus. The people in the chat, focus in on this, y'all. Since when that law was law? Because I've never heard that before. And then the Congress had most of the power anyway. So now you're saying you're stripping the power from the Congress because these Republicans are backing Trump. And, so to me, they're running a criminal empire. That's what it seems like. They're running a criminal empire, brother. So now, how do you dismantle that criminal empire? You see what I'm saying? That's the $99,000 question. Right. You see? Yeah. So these things that they're doing, like I told my people, I said one plan, a strategic plan that we can do is you take about 3 months, make sure you get all your supplies that you need, your food and everything for your house, pay your bills off, whatever. And then after that 3rd month, stop spending your money with these people. And just have an economic countrywide boycott. They'll get the message.
Right.
They'll get that message.
Yes.
And that's one way of keeping everybody safe. And this is for those who don't want to get out there to get hurt or in the streets or protest or, or think something's going to happen to them. That's one way how you can do it. That's one way. I'm pretty sure people in the chat got many other different ways, but we have to stop, especially around the holiday time. Listen, they say the black community, people say is broke, but we spend $1.7 trillion every year in the month of December. How does that compute? How does that work? Wait a minute. So you saved your money all that time just to go, and then you're going to start the new year in debt again? Come on, my people. They got us riding around on a tricycle going nowhere. Don't you get it by now? Come on. Understand. Don't you get it? I'm pleading with my people. Yo, look up. Open your eyes. Open your ears. These people are not playing. This is serious, man. This is very serious. You got the floor, brother.
Yeah, this is very important. It really is. And it does have a connection in our community. Because while they're doing this, they are taking programs away.
That's right.
That we sorely need. And trust and believe. Don't think they don't have friends in the city and state, because they do. And they are doing a lot of underhanded stuff. That some of us as a people,
right? Yeah,
that refuse doing it. Now, anybody say underrated, you doing it? Yeah, I know. Now, I ain't saying I know everything was going on in Virginia, but when it comes to our community, I do check it out and I do participate. And this is a Commonwealth where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if y'all know the story,
right? You're beginning behind the gun in that state.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. They still have the slave mentality of everything they're doing, man.
Right.
I'm not saying all our people agree. That's why it's very important. We gotta stop talking among ourselves and we gotta have groups and talk about this.
That's right.
You gotta start having narrative. I don't know. This how it is. We gotta stop. You gotta stop that. Because sometimes I gotta say this, but I'm gonna say sometimes our way of thinking as a people, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes we think of individuality instead of the family.
Right.
And it plays down to other members and other people.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I've had, friends they're doing well. And one of them told me, I'm not giving up my stuff for no nigga. And I said, whoa.
Yeah.
I said, whoa. I said, brother, brother. Okay, what you did for yourself. You worked your way up. You struggled. You got to, that's cool. Okay? And I salute you for that. However, did you ever think that you could be next in line for them to take it all away? Then what?
Yeah.
Who are you going to go back to? Who are you going to go back to, man? Mm-hmm. You see? Mm-hmm. And see, that's the discord in our community. The ones that are doing that, their bellies are half full, they don't want to do it. And then the voiceless ones get left behind.
And so if we look at, before we continue, we look at every race, they help each other. No matter what circumstances they in, they help each other. We're the only people we don't help each other.
That's right.
We don't. We help our selected ones, but we don't help out the whole. We don't. Right? I can tell you like this. Sometimes if I had extra food, I'd give it to less fortunate. I'm not gonna call them. I'll give them less fortunate.
Right.
I don't have to put it out there on media, let people know, because I know how the climate is.
Right. Right.
I don't have to stick
Right.
myself
Well,
up. Huh?
right.
Gotta stick myself
No,
up.
no, go
Now I
ahead.
don't do.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's what I do. That's part of my vision. I do it. You know?
Right.
And I'm tired of our people with some ones that really need. We do not step up and help them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because sometimes
Right.
words is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to
Mm-hmm.
understand when I got older. Words is
Mm-hmm.
not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Need damn results. Do you have any resources to help your fellow brother or sister?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to
Yeah.
put yourself out despite what this oppressed system of how they label us? Are you willing to do that? Are we willing to do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I'm tired, and I'm being honest with you, because you know we talk, I'm damn tired of shit.
Right.
Excuse me, God, but I'm tired.
Right. Right.
I give you case in point. In New York, you know we diverse, right?
Yes, sir.
There was this Pakistani.
Mm-hmm.
He was down and out.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because I witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened?
Mm.
Within a week, he was straight of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Apartment, house, apartment, job,
Mm-hmm.
little money in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry. I got you. I don't have no. Don't worry. Within a week, they
Mm-hmm.
took care of him.
Mm-hmm.
I seen this.
Mm-hmm.
He was down and
Mm-hmm.
out. Welcome, She Stacy.
Right. Peace, my brother.
Peace. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish the story.
Okay, good.
We gonna get to you. He was down and out. Within a week,
Mm-hmm.
they picked him up. You see him like I seen him Tuesday. By Monday, within a week, he was good. But our people,
Right.
no, we don't know. Just like She Stay Sleep said, there's no such thing, no damn community. Because there ain't no fucking community. It ain't.
He's right. He's right.
There's no
He's
fucking
right.
community. We gonna talk about, yo, we want to help out. Fuck out of here.
Right.
We help out the ones that already fucking have. And the ones that
Right.
are struggling want to do righteous, we don't want to help them. But we want to
Mm-hmm.
twiddle our thumbs and act like, oh, they don't have no right to talk about us like that. But what I'm saying like this, and then the worst thing about it, you're not even provide for your family. Your priorities is fucked up. Then when the family fucked up, so-called community is fucked up. We don't want to change our mindset. We don't want to work together. Certain ideologies come up. We want to stick with that, but we do not want to move as one flag, one people. We goddamn don't. We love drama. We like to tear each other down. And we fail to understand that we fall right in that oppressive system hands.
And you wonder why that there are some people do not want to be bothered. Now, the ones that is negative, negative be negative. Yeah, so they're gonna be what they want to be. We don't want to help. We don't. We don't. Few of us doing it, but they want. But see, and then we got some in our people. We want to show in the pool. I don't have to show a motherfucking thing to you. Let's get that straight. Because I have to understand how this oppressed system is. See, when they move 20, we gotta move 20. When they move 20 moves, we gotta be 40 moves ahead. Everything should not be out there. Certain things we gotta learn to keep to ourselves. But you know what? We like to run our mouth. We do. What she stay sleep is talking about, when I'm talking about, you are talking about, certain people in the chat talking about, they're not hearing that. But see, they call the ones that causing all this, they got the nerve to call themselves righteous. Oh, you right. Oh, you caught up her righteous because they gave you $1 or something? Or they give you $20? And then they don't give you nothing? Something wrong with them? But you don't want to change the rhetoric. You don't want to be in touch with the ones that is really trying. I understand that. Y'all want to get the bag, right? But sometimes, let me repeat that. Sometimes when you go for that bag, sometimes that bag, when you go for it, sometimes it's not good. Because that means you got to sacrifice for that bag. You got to know what kind of bag you willing to go for, family. Because all bags that we strive for is not good. Welcome, She Stay Sleep.
What's good? What's going on?
I'm good, man. Yo, powerful live you did earlier. Powerful.
No doubt. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So you go on what I'm saying. Then I got another story.
Well, I'm gonna just say this real quick, bro. As far as that, man, you know, listen, bro. At the end of the day, niggas is doing what they gotta do to eat, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's like you really can't. At the end of the day, however however niggas get into it is just however niggas gonna get to it. You really can't. Really, I mean, I feel what you saying as far as you know what type of bag niggas is getting and you know what people gotta do to attain certain types of bags and all of that. But at the end of the day, all of that's based on a moral thing. And at the end of the day, on some real shit, morals is put to the side when niggas is hungry. If
That's
you
true.
hungry, and you ain't got nothing to eat, some niggas will do anything. Some people won't do anything, but some people will.
Yeah.
So that's a moral argument that at the end of the day is just based on a a person's viewpoint of a situation. It's not really something that's really significant because that's the same type of argument that the lames make about Pookies and Ray Rays, talking about how they sell drugs and how they do this and that. But at the end of the day, if you ain't feeding nobody, your opinion don't matter how a nigga eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at nature, you ain't gonna tell a lion not to eat that goddamn gazelle.
Facts. I
And
agree
if
on
you
that.
and if you try to stop that lion from eating that gazelle, he might eat your ass.
Yeah, facts.
So that's just
Yeah,
life. That's just how the world works. But a lot of people don't understand that because they look at everything from a moral standpoint. And morals can't be applied to every situation.
right.
Because
Gotcha.
you gotta remember people's primal instincts. And people's primal instincts is to eat and to survive. And when humans can't cannot eat or they don't have a place to stay, they out in the wild like a fucking animal.
Fact.
They out in the streets like an animal. So they're gonna do some unmoral shit. That's like I like snakes. I like to watch snakes eat. That shit is so interesting to me. But some people were like, how could you watch that? That shit is so gruesome.
Yeah,
Like they'll make the moral argument. Like
yeah.
like that's so disgusting and oh, I feel sorry for the mouse and like this but what about the snake? The snake is
Right.
hungry.
Hungry,
Fact.
right? Right.
Big
Like the
fact.
snake
Big
is
fact.
hungry. Like so what is more morally correct? Or what is I'm not gonna say more morally correct. What is worse? To starve
Right.
or to do some unmoral shit to eat?
That's
What's
true.
worse?
I
Yeah.
agree with 100% of what you're saying because that goes against some people will say like survival of the fittest, but they don't want to see the dark side of being in that cold. So you
Exactly.
got that's a perfect example, she.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, Sheep. I understand. I get what you're saying. Exactly.
Don't get me wrong, like I can't knock another man's way of eating because I know that pride factor kick in. You know how hard it is to tell your baby no whenever she wants something, or your girl you can't do something when you ain't got it. Like that should enough alone is enough to make you go crazy. But it's like like a lot of our people, we need to start realizing our potential at the same time. Cause it's a science to sell such and such and such, or it's a science to rob this and this and that. You could be a Wall Street banker. That's the biggest robbers in the world. But being that we lack the resources to acquire those things or those opportunities that they got, we forced to do things through these gruesome situations. It's really a jungle out here for a lot of the youngins. You know what I'm saying? And I think being that like the Bill Clinton and the Reagan era, those laws that they set, they put all the good OGs to what they understood that it was business first, where they didn't have as much violence and all that going on. Once they took them out, it was like it's a free fall. The code of conduct went out the window. Now they started hurting the civilians that was actually doing a civic duty to report you selling drugs on their corner and all. Like it's just so many details that goes on to these situations and the situation that we in as far as our community. It's just crazy.
Facts, bro. Salute to you too, bro.
That's good. Like that. Brother Rob.
I ain't even said peace, man. Peace, big bro Muhammad. Peace, JT. I said salute to my bro JT, Sheep already. What's up with y'all? How y'all, man?
Yo, peace, my brother. Welcome
Salute,
aboard,
bro.
brother. How you been? How you been, brother?
Man, I'm always blessed, man. Especially knowing that y'all doing all right, bro. That's like icing on the cake for me.
I,
Right, right.
I appreciate
Well,
that. The story that I just read about Attorney Barr's, Attorney General Barr and Democrat, the link is in It's in the chat. Y'all can go and read it for yourself. But there's another story that I also posted. I got it from Phil Vaz, so I know, but it was very intriguing. It was this white lady. She molested this young boy over 300 times.
And once you get probation, right?
Gotta read it, find out. As a matter of fact, it's on YouTube. As a matter of fact, it's on YouTube. It's in the script. The story is it's in the chat. And
I'm gonna just take a guess and crack at it and just say that it was probation because they never get time. They never get time. Never. I think I can't think of that guy's name. The black cop that shot that white lady whenever she called them for help,
Oh
Muhammad
yeah,
Moore or
yeah. They
something
put
like
him in
that.
jail. They put him
Right?
in jail in Minnesota.
Exactly.
Yep.
They put him in jail like it wasn't nothing. Meanwhile, they gave this lady press conference whenever her husband shot Laquan McDonald 17 times. They made her the sympathetic figure in the whole situation.
but see,
Whenever you see how they got selective defense of the badge. Whenever you white, you right, but when you black, it don't matter. Now I'm real curious to see how this Amber Geiger situation go play out because she shot a man in his own house. So she can't sit up there and say that she felt threatened when this man was in the comfort of his own home.
yeah, well,
Now, this lady you talking about, JT, because I'm not familiar with the story. She did it. She worked in a facility or something like that.
yeah,
Something
she
like that.
worked in a juvenile facility.
Okay.
What happened was with her. I guess something happened, and we got put in um juvenile facility, and she works there, and she molested him over 300 times. They just found out,
It was just him.
huh?
It was just one person, or was or numerous people.
It was one person. It was a white lady. It was one person. I told you the story is in the chat. Y'all can pull it up. It's YouTube. And after that, um, they just found that out, and they said so. What happened was the father, come to find out, the parents was not really going to see him, so
Oh man.
they wasn't. And so when the father finally found out, he took him out. So now he's in bad shape, and so he can't get no sleep.
I'm pretty sure he can't because she robbed
Wow.
him of his right of choice for one, and then you pretty much you got him questioning his own masculinity because he didn't have the right of choice to say no, I don't want to sleep down with you, and she took that away from him. That's crazy, yo. Like, man, that's crazy. 300 times.
Over 300 times. Um,
Wow, yo. Like, I can't. I've been
Wow.
with a chick for like a year and then we ain't do it 300 times. So for a woman to forcefully put themselves on a young man 300 plus times, that's
I know
crazy, yo.
this is throughout of times. It didn't happen like one year. It happened throughout the times, and so
Yeah,
like
his time there.
yeah, like I said, the story is in. Okay, I got you, brother Rob. Like I said before, the story is in the script. It's in the chat. It's in YouTube, so it's on Phil Levi show. Um, see. Um, all right, brother Rob, I'm sending you the link right now.
Salute, brother Rob. Salute, Lo. So I see y'all. Sunny Boston Talk. Salute to y'all too. Miss Diana, salute,
And
man.
also, and
I see
also,
y'all.
yeah, and also the queens is in our community. Y'all need to talk about this too.
Wow. My
They
question is,
definitely need to. They
Can
definitely need to speak on it because this is happening to babies, yo.
yeah,
I
my
understand
question
that, but
is,
the women get involved with this too.
yeah, well, my question is, as a former juvenile CO, what was her bosses, like, what was going on? I mean,
Yeah, you know
did they
what
know
That's a
about this?
very good question because you know how intricate they security systems are. They got cameras in every angle. Even if you got a blind spot, they
Right,
know they
happened?
supposed to know the conditions and the mental capacity that they inmates that they supposed to be responsible. You're responsible for those people. I worked as a CO,
right,
so I understand how
Well,
all that goes.
yeah, yes,
right.
That's crazy.
yeah, that's what I want to know. As you worked there before, tell us how the procedures goes, Muhammad. The one, please tell the family, please.
I'll go after him
Okay,
because
well,
I was with adults, so I'm gonna let him go.
at that time, it was an old building, so they had certain cameras, but not like they got now, because right now, ACS took over the Department of Juvenile Justice. That's a whole nother story. But when you walk in, okay, my day began. I punched in. Then we would go to roll call. With roll call, after roll call, they would give us our dorm assignments. Or like mostly I was on the same dorm most of the time. Because they try to get you as familiar with, the operations of that dorm. So when we walk in, we're replacing the AM tour. At that time, I was the PM shift, 3 to 11. So, we come in. Some of the kids are coming from school, so the AM tour brings them down. They sit in the day room, which was 24 seats. So we had a 24 max. You couldn't go over that number. Some would be at court. They didn't get back right away. So we would do what they call a lineup on both sides of the room, and they run the count. So they run the count, and then they say, okay, such and so on so and so's count. Then we have them sit down, and we have them quiet time, okay? Because these were 15 and 16-year-olds. So we quiet time, you settle down, you don't make no noise, you just sit there. So we're going over with the AM tour. They giving us, because we're writing in the logbook, anything that went on during the day, we're going to know about it. So we exchange information. If they tell us, we got a kid that's so-and-so, watch him because he may be suicidal tendencies or, whatever have you, things like that, okay? Then after we get through all of that, because there was 3 of us that worked, so the ratio was one CO per 8 kids. So basically, it was 1 per 8, and we ran that down. And then once we got that down, we let them. Somebody would go up, either out of 3 of us, give a rap session. Telling them, this is what your day is going to be like. Blah 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 blah. If the tone goes up, you guys are going to get shut down. Okay. So basically, we were giving them the rules and regulations. Okay. Then after that, once we got them through, we would tell them, we would go one by one, send them to their rooms. If some of the ones that went to school to do their homework, and then in their room, the privacy of their rooms, and then they come back out, and then we have card games or whatever, or some of them will watch TV, and and we say, tone goes up, you guys gonna get shut down. So basically, it was constant supervision. So no matter where you went in the building, JT, they had to line up, walk with their hands to the side. Basically, just like slaves on the plantation, basically. You know what I mean?
I was just
And
about to ask you all that. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. And then they walk quietly, and there's 3. Well, one's in the front, near the front, the first 8, the guy in the middle, and the guy in the back. So it's constant supervision, constant.
So
You can't take. Mm,
so like being that okay, I was a CO and I was in an adult jail when I was a CO. So like what we
right,
would do is we would have to do our rounds around around the pods and stuff like that. And they would have a
Right.
time clock, and each time you would go make your rounds, you would have to punch into that time clock, so they could see on record that you been and you did your rounds and all that. So did y'all have to do that same type of thing? I'm pretty sure the security is way tighter with juvenile.
All right. That's good. Brother Rob.
What's up, bro?
What
Man,
what
what's the deal, man? How y'all feel?
I'm doing all right. Thanks again, Brother Rob. As always, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Man, it's all good, bro. I was just sitting there and was listening. And so man, the brother was making a point. And you know how like when you come in and it's the little lag from YouTube versus live, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So man, go ahead and finish making your point, and then I got like I was telling JT in the chat, I got something to add. Or
No,
you was
I was done. I was done. I was just asking the brother Muhammad how it was as far as security measures that they had to deal with being the CEO at a juvenile center, because I had to deal
so
with it from an adult standpoint.
okay. Well, like me, I'm just looking at it from the core, right? It security measures and things of that nature, they are in place to make sure that the facility and that the people that work there are not sued. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
It's not for the protection of the inmates. So I want to make sure that we being clear on that point. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. That's a great
This is
point.
not that it is not those cameras are not for the protection of the inmates. So if the inmates say something happened to them while they are in incarceration, um, they would have the visual proof. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
That's a fact. Because before you even get on the job, you got to sign a contract that tells you that you are responsible for those people's well being.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's the same way in schools. Just to bridge my experience. Of course I've never worked in a prison, but I've worked in Chicago public schools for now the last 11 years, right?
Right.
And we got cameras. Those cameras are so say for instance, young man say, man, I was just walking down the hall and then, Mr. Williams and security jumped me. You know what I'm saying? I got visual evidence proving, what I'm saying, the actions I took were for the safety of my staff and myself. You know what I'm saying? So while y'all was talking, that's what it appeared to me. You know what I'm saying? But today, right, I had some social workers from the juvenile detention center here in Chicago that came over to my school, and they was doing a presentation talking about bridging the gap, so to speak. Right? This is what these man. I'm gonna just let it rip. Fuck it, man. This is what these motherfuckers was talking about. Right? We
Mhm.
know we know our system don't work good. We know it's some holes. I was like, well, if y'all know it's some holes, then well, let's work together to fill in the gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to my school and tell me that you lack luster and that you want to fix it, and you not making any steps toward fixing it. Don't come over here and do that, ma'am. Right? You know, her last name was Vanderwater or some shit like that, right? So I mean, I know the chick German, right? And so I'm like, let me ask you a question. Let's say, for instance, this was plague in Germantown here in Chicago, right? And I came over there to Germantown, a school in Germantown, and was telling you the same thing. How do you think you would feel, ma'am? I mean, I'm being professional. I'm trying to be as professional as I can. But how do you think you would feel if we was talking about little German kids? You know what this tramp said? You know what this tramp said? And I want y'all to remember this. The couple of people that's listening, right? I want you to remember this. You know what this tramp said? That would never happen to German kids.
Mm.
What?
That's powerful.
So
That's
so
crazy.
What?
here go 3 words. Here go 3 words for the family, bro. Ambivalence, apathy, and aloofness. Let me repeat them. Ambivalence, apathy, and aloofness. Right? If motherfuckers don't understand what them 3 words mean, let me help you out a little bit. You don't give a fuck.
That's right.
Big facts. In layman's term, that's exactly what
Let's
it's saying.
let's just keep it. Let's keep it a 1,000. This
That's
shit
Yep.
is
right.
not this shit not just local to Chicago.
No, this is everywhere, brother.
This
And
shit
what make it
everywhere.
more so crazy, these motherfuckers are responsible for passing a psych exam before they even get into the school or career field, especially the teachers and
Man,
civic workers. And they
man,
let these people get off.
man, look here, man. Look here, man. Hey, if I come down the street and the goddamn gate open and I know it's a German Shepherd in that yard and I don't turn around, if I get bit, right,
You
I
responsible, basically.
I am complicit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
complicit. If you realize that the danger is there and you are unwilling to do anything for self-preservation, you are complicit.
Facts.
And if you cause harm to that same German Shepherd, you are held liable for that German Shepherd's injury.
Man, that's just the bottom goddamn line. Now, you know, I know that some financial things might be attached to this. I know it might be some ignorance attached to this. But now I'm talking about these days and times. Now is not the fucking time for us to be
Facts.
turning on each other. We need each other more than fucking ever, B. More than fucking ever.
I
Look,
definitely
right, look,
agree.
right, look, right. This is the shit that made me so, and that's why I'm still fired up. I tried to watch I couldn't watch YouTube for a couple of hours because I was still fired up about work, and I didn't want to get on here sounding belligerent, you know what I'm saying, and motherfucking
Man, talk your shit. Talk your
spitting on
shit.
my motherfucking laptop and shit. I was gonna go.
Talk that shit.
I was
Talk
gonna
that
go
shit.
live. I was gonna go live when I got home, but I was like, you know what, man? Nah, fuck that, man. I'm gonna watch this game. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, I'm still fired up about this shit, bro.
Right.
So say for instance, a shorty do some dumb shit, and he get picked up by the police. He in juvenile detention, right?
Right.
While he's there, he's supposed to be in school. The name of the school is called Nancy B. Jefferson, right? It's really just an online school, and the shorties they supposed to sit there independently, work through that shit so that they can get some credits towards graduation while they in there, right? So they got 4 counselors that's supposed to create a transition plan for each kid. And so after the kid is released from juvenile detention, then they send them to a school like mine, right?
Right.
I asked them, hey, why don't the counselors won't here go my card. Have the counselor email me the transition plan that they came up with for that kid.
Hmm.
That way it'll be seamless and we can start bridging the gap.
And what
But
they
you
tell
know
you?
how the school do with their
We
funding. You
yeah,
know how they
they,
do with the funding.
yeah, they told me we will see.
Yep.
We will
Yep.
see.
Yep.
There's no need.
Translations, no.
Right, right. Because the situation is, I don't work. I work in the system, but I work the system. Do you
Right.
see? I'm literally G. When I get there at 8 in the morning or so, or whatever time I get there, 8:15, I'm preaching from 8:15 to 2:18,
That's right.
and then when I get home, what I hear is a bunch of grown ass people talking about each other.
Yep.
Talk
God
about it.
damn,
Talk
man.
about it. Talk about it.
God damn, man. Here it is. Here it is. do I realize that black female fuckery exists? That shit not lost on me. I understand there's a bunch of wretched assholes out here. I get that. Right?
Facts.
I get that. But what about the women who are not wretched? What about the
Yeah.
women that's the pillars for their family? What about them? So by you spending all this time talking about black female fuckery, you literally are shitting on the ones that's holding up the black community to where it ain't falling in, G.
Right.
That's
And
a
then
huge fact.
But
and then to add on to that, brother, you black. So what that tells me is biology.
Yeah.
You come from a black woman. Is your mama part of the black female fuckery? Huh? So goof
Good
ass.
question.
You gonna sit here and air out our sisters. You gonna sit here and air out our sisters. They've been fighting with our goof ass for the last 400 years too. Huh? They've been fighting with us for 400 years too. And then you know that they Americanized. You ain't read shit to try to sharpen your perception of the world. You don't. If I said, "Do you know who Franz Fanon is?" Motherfucker don't even know who he. I can't even have a conversation with a bunch
They
of
ain't
young
even
motherfuckers.
been nowhere, bro.
They ain't never been out of the side of the country. They don't know who Dr. Amos Wilson is. They don't know who Franz Fanon is. They don't know who fucking Marumbi and I is. They don't know who. They don't know shit. All they got,
Brother,
and then be talking about burn down the black community. It ain't no help. Hey, nigga, come to 79th. Come to 79th and Damon and talk about burn down my community and see what happened to your goofy ass.
Facts.
You know
Talk.
what I'm saying?
Talk.
Hey, bro, for real, bro. Motherfucker, lay your ass down and keep right on pushing, bro. You can call them goons and all. You can call them whatever the fuck you want to call them. But if you gonna come, cause see, that's where I come from. I can't necessarily call it a community because we don't run the motherfucker, right? But I come from a neighborhood
right.
Yeah.
here in the city of Chicago, where if you was threatening me on YouTube and shit like that, right? And see, that's why Brother Rob fall back a lot. Because if they knew motherfuckers on YouTube talking reckless to me, right? There's no force on planet Earth that's gonna stop them, I should say, from coming to get at your ass, bro. Because it's
And
nothing.
they don't understand that, bro. That's I put this in the song one time. You ain't the violent type. You got Twitter fingers. You violent type. I
And,
always said that.
and
Y'all never been through,
they don't
man.
know.
Look,
They don't know me, bro. They be talking about I'm a goofy, I'm this, I'm that. Nigga, you don't know me. You don't know me, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. If you came to my city, bro, or if you talk to somebody from the land, bro, they'll tell you. Juke and June, nah, you might want to fall back on that, man, on that brother right there, man.
yeah, but
facts.
Yeah, you might want to fall back on. And the reason they gonna tell you, they ain't gonna tell you I'm some tough guy or something like that. They just know, right, that it's motherfuckers that really fuck with me, G. That's all, man. Cause I fuck with them.
Facts.
This Pookie and Ray Ray shit. Hey, I work with Pookie and Ray Ray. I
That's
work with
right.
Bo
That's
Cliche,
right.
that's
All
who I
day,
work
every day.
with.
That's right.
That's who I work with. They go to my
Mhm.
school, Ariana. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, you know what I'm saying? Mercedes and yeah,
Right.
Alexis.
Bro, Rob is talking that
Yo,
shit. Yo, he talking
I
that
work
hey, no,
shit.
hey,
with.
no, hey, no. He right. Let me tell you. Let me drop this jewel on y'all for 1 second. I want
but
y'all to,
Cook food, OG. Cook food.
JT. Let me drop this jewel. All right. All right. So on my dorm, we did the bed check. So there was this one kid. He was quiet the whole week, and I said, "Yo." So I had one black female and this other brother. Oh, why you checking on that motherfucker? I said, no, I'm gonna go check on him. Okay. So I go down the hall, click on the lights. I get one side, click on the lights. Most of them asleep. I get to this kid's room. I click on the light. This kid was trying to hang it up. He had the fucking sheet around his neck, around the window, and he was this close from ending his life. Okay? I go in the room. I barreled into the room, cut him down. And he said, no, why don't you let me down? I said, come on, man. Come on down. I got you. So I sat him on his bed. Make a long story short, I talked to the brother for about 2 hours. So I said, yo, man, why are you doing this? He said, listen, man, I'm scheduled to go to court in the morning. There was a crime that was committed. They say I was there, but I wasn't there. So I said, look, maybe they botched maybe the prosecutor botched the case. You never know. Give it a chance, brother. So he's like, nah, I don't think. I think they just looking to lock me. I said, brother, give it a chance. So after I talked to him, I said, listen, I don't know what God you serve, brother, but if I were you, I get down on my knees right now and start praying. So that's what he did. That's what he did. He prayed for a very long time. He got up from that prayer and he looked at me and he gave me a hug. He said, thank you, man. I said, no problem. So now, as we go on, now these are black people that I'm working with. They're telling me, why the hell you intervene? Fuck that motherfucker. And I'm looking at them. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious? So then I went home after it was time for us to go home. But we had to do the writing of the document, the report. So I come back to work the next day. So there were 5 buses that come back from court. Some in Brooklyn, some in the Bronx. Though this kid never came back. So I said, oh shit, the last bus is damn near almost midnight because I stayed overtime. The kid never came back. I said, whoa. So then I looked at these people and I said, now see, you said this about this kid. Look at this kid probably got away with the shit. Oh, he's a lucky motherfucker. And I almost had tears coming out of my eyes. And I said, you people are the type of people that I have a disdain for. We're here to help these kids. Anyway, going on about 3 months later, I was on my off day. I had to take a ride into Brooklyn. So I went down by the Albee Square Mall. You know where that's at, JT.
Yep.
So I stopped off in the store. I said, let me get a couple of pairs of some sneakers. They were on sale for like $30, $40. And I'm not spending no $200. So I got to. Came out of there. My car was sitting right there. So I threw them in the car, locked my door. Next thing I know, this kid ran up on me and kind of elbowed me a little bit. And I looked up at him. I said, yo, what's wrong with you, man? You don't know where you're going? Then he looked at me. He said, yo, you don't remember me? And I looked at him and I said, from where? He said, from Spofford, man. I was the one that was going to hang it up and you saved me. I said, holy shit. I said, you beat that case? He said, I sure did, man. And thanks to you. I said,
Beautiful.
stop right there.
Beautiful.
Stop right there, brother. I said, you see, you was about to hang it up and you would have beat the fucking case. So I said, okay.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yo, he hugged me, man. We were hugging. We was crying in the streets, brother. People were going by us looking like, yo, what's wrong with these two motherfuckers? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I just looked.
You to understand the flight, but I want to ask each brother the story that I told, and I definitely want to stick to it. And everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What should be happening to this lady?
She should be in jail. She should be in jail, brother. She should be in jail. Keys thrown away and everything, man. This is why I posed that question. If she did this over a certain period of time, JT, you mean to tell me that these supervisors and her superiors didn't know this shit was going on?
Exactly.
Because they know everything. And you're gonna tell me that okay, let's even take it for let's wipe the table clean. You tell me those other kids in that goddamn dorm didn't know what was going on?
Facts.
Because kids know every time I come in, when I used to come to work, kids were telling me new shit every day. Oh yeah, Miss
Big
Cole, this is
facts.
going down. And I'm like, how the fuck y'all know? Man, we're here 24/7. And they tell you information that you don't even know. Huh? They tell you shit that you don't even know. So I'm like, whoa, you mean to tell me that those other kids around that kid, he didn't confide in somebody saying that this was going down? I find that hard to believe, man.
Shit, I'll go one step further.
Yes,
I'll go
sir.
one step further. They always say the penalty for a pedophile is death. I hear that in every hood, every community, whether you white, black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever. But
Whatever.
they only apply that to a male. A
Right.
female, being that they fighting to be as equal as a male these days, where double standards is gone, maybe they should be subjected to the same rule. Because wrong is wrong no matter what gender you are. Point
Right.
blank, period.
Right.
I mean, that sound harsh, that sounds sexist. That's just what it is. There's no
Right.
excuse for her abusing a child 300 times.
Right.
And you somebody that's responsible for that child's well-being and you molest them 300 times.
Question,
I'm a little bit
JT.
sensitive on this. I'm a little bit sensitive on the topic because I got molested. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm
Yes, sir.
really that really pisses me off with shit like that. Like I can't even. I don't even know how many times that I've got like those flyers that you get in the neighborhood where they let you know like a pedophile or a sex offender move in your neighborhood. It's always been men. I never seen a female picture on none of those. Maybe it's just my town. Can y'all attest to that?
Hey, hey, no, you're right. Because I mean, I've never been molested, but the thing is, you know, I like to know, JT, how did that come to light?
Well, when I was going when I was checking out the internet because I was contemplating that I was going to do it live tonight, or I'll
Yeah.
tell I said oh, if I'm not going to do it live tonight, I was going to set up the men's talk tomorrow. And
Right.
so what happened? I was going through it and everything. And my day was, you know, that's not important. So I look at the Field of Eye show, and I did, and then there is another story that I'm going to talk about it within a few minutes. So give me some time on that. And
Okay.
some told me, JT, you need to watch this.
I'm glad you brought that up though. That was needed.
So when I so that's a YouTube anyway. So like I said before, that story is in the chat. So y'all just gotta go and search for it. And so when I read it, I mean when I
Right.
seen it,
Right.
it done something to me.
Got you.
That
As it should have, man.
right,
Anytime you see something, man,
no,
that's crazy.
right, but to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there is a gender gap of what happened to us in the community. It is. So I find out again, and I gotta blame some men for this too, even women. We don't like to talk about stuff like that. And I'm
Mm.
glad that Phil of our show, despite I really don't care about it, but you know, I'm just looking past that. When the brother was talking about it, it was somebody else. And he said, "How about if it would have been a white a man that do it to a girl? It would have been all out there." He said the only one that brought it up, it was a local Houston radio station brought it up. So that
Okay.
means it probably happened most of it happened in Texas. And I know there are some men going to get mad at this, but I really don't give a fuck We don't talk enough to save our little boys. We always make damn excuses. It is not just, yeah, I'm talking about women in general is molesting our boys over 300 times.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a damn outrage.
Facts.
It
Definitely
should be
should.
a damn outrage. Y'all should bang on this story once again. But you know, some of us, our people, we do not want to do that. Because you know what they said? I don't have no knowledge of that. Oh, you have to understand this and that. You gotta know. I'm not hearing this shit no more. I'm tired of hearing this shit. I've been hearing that shit for a long time. This should be bang. Y'all should be banging on it.
Definitely agree. Hey
Bang.
yo, JMJ from the chat trying to holler at you about something, JT.
I try, J. I tried. Um, he said, do I get picked? Tony Smith, could you post my PayPal thing, please? If you want to come up, Tony, you can. J, I'm trying to get you on. I don't know what's going on tonight, but I'm trying. Could you repost the PayPal? Please? So our people again, when it comes to our boys, we talk a good game, but we don't want to do nothing about it. It's always switching the conversation. And I'm done. I'm tired of it.
Mm.
Stop making excuses. Over 300 times, and it's
That's
not,
inexcusable.
it's
That's
not,
inexcusable.
right, but hear me out. But it's not, but these are a lot of stories. It's like this. It just ain't got caught. It happens all the time.
Well, see, JT, you have to understand something. All right. First of all, that right there, what you're talking about, even goes back to slavery time, when those slave masters used to boot them young boys in the ass and all that, and the men even. See, that's not talked about. They talk about the women got raped, but the men got raped and the boys got raped just as much as the women.
Yeah.
Let that sink in, y'all.
They call it buck breaking, buck busting.
That's right. Booty bandage. Let that
And the
sink
women,
in.
and the women was raping the boys too in slavery.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they did.
Let that sink in. So us as a people, like Rob, I'm gonna steal a page from what Rob said the other night, or the last line. He and Rob, correct me if I'm wrong in saying it, but he said, "Here's your oppressors that did all this shit to our people, but yet you want to bang on your own people, such as a Pookie and Ray Ray, such as your regular black fella. But yet you, when it comes time for you to square up and stand in front of that oppressor, you run for fear, you run for cover." I don't
Hey,
know if
you
I
know what's
said that
crazy
right.
about that? When you said that, they
Uh-huh.
all got a white Jesus hanging on their wall the whole time.
Oh, oh, oh! I ain't even touched that part. but
But, but, but,
listen to what
but
I'm telling you.
I want to get Brother Rob into it too. My brother Rob, how you feel?
Yeah, Rob, go ahead, Rob. And if I was wrong, Rob, correct me, please.
Oh no, you were spot on, you know. Um, but speaking more to the topic of the white lady raping this young man over 300 times, um,
Right.
you have to look at the psyche of a person. So and
Yes.
the way that the media cover it. Like you said, JT, this happens all the time, but they try to make this into an individual incident. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And clearly we know, and I mean you working in the industry, Muhammad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
you know firsthand that this happened all the time. So
Right.
my estimation on this, JT, is this: we the reason why this story is not an outrage to everybody like how it should be is because we have bought in. Nigga, we swallowed the hook. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? We man, Joe. That's what it is. Like anybody on here fish, when you go catfishing, you know what I'm talking about? And the catfish swallow the hook.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
be
that. Yeah.
sitting there in the boat like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with us, bro. We didn't swallow the whole hook.
Damn, they pulled me off the boat.
Yeah, man. And to get it out, bro, and to get it out, you know what I'm saying? We got to de-get this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The truth
Yeah,
be told,
facts.
the truth be told, right? We should be, motherfuckers should be at the institution tomorrow morning demanding that she be arrested. Stand there till the police come and get her ass. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck that happened. I don't know. Right? But she should definitely be in
Right.
jail. You know what I'm saying? If she not in there right now, she should be in that motherfucker tomorrow.
That's a fact.
When black folks stand up and say, all right, G, all right. Hey, that's it. Ain't nothing else. Ain't no more bullshit about to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, that's the stance that I take when I'm at school. That's the stand. Look, man, my shorty's got a basketball rim, right? When that basketball rim go out, I say, look, man, y'all can play, and man, until the police say that y'all can't play, right? But no cussing, right?
Right.
And if it's cussing, guys, y'all know what it's gonna be, right? And it's like, yeah, you gonna put the rim up. That's right. And all them young men, all the young men in my neighborhood, they come right on over here. I be, slight coaching them from the side, watching the game, talking shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? All of these things are important so that
Right.
they're never get into that lady hands.
Right.
You see? The
Right.
work,
Well,
the
that's what.
work,
Yeah. That's right. That's what
that's
the
the
work we
key.
were doing. Right.
That's the key. The work is to create a atmosphere, a reality to
Right.
where our kids are thriving and not surviving. That's the truth,
Right.
bro. That's the
Right.
truth. That's why that white lady, that German ass lady today, could say that would never happen to a German kid.
German kid.
That's why she could say that to my face. Do you see?
Mm. Right.
And I had to eat that shit. You know?
Wow. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, well,
Wow.
touche. Touche said the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
they
But
had a sister from the chat and said that the chick that did it was black or something like that.
You mean the story
no,
I'm
it's a
talking
no,
about?
it was a fat, ugly white chick.
Okay, okay. Thank y'all for that clarity. I was confused because I didn't know about it
Also,
until just
And
also,
now.
even if it was a black woman.
Right,
That's
right,
a
right,
black
right, right.
that's a black woman in white face.
Facts.
We
Talk
need the
that
Right.
people.
shit.
If you gonna be with us, be with us.
If you're not, stay
It
on that
ain't
other side.
no division now. No division.
Right.
It's sister in love. I'ma say this, okay? We don't need any more negative stories about us. Clarity, hell, let us stay in the stupor about being negative about it. We didn't heard enough of that shit. We have.
yeah.
And in love, but what I'm saying is we need to program ourselves to look for the greatness in one another all the time, 100% of the time, to where that shit is unrealistic in a way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
fall back.
point out what JT said though. JT said,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the fact that this don't get talked about enough. So now we have to start putting pressure. I mean, immense pressure to protect our boys. Okay, because you see, these boys are being left out in the cold. Okay, they're being left out in the cold, man. I mean, just today, I was out in front of my building getting some air, and I saw two young boys that they know me as coach around here. Because I used to coach the baseball and the basketball. So they said, one of them. Now he treated me the other day. So he came to me today and said, "Yo, coach, can I talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Yeah, going on? He said, listen, man, I'm a little short. I need to get $5. I said, all right, hold up, man. I said, I want you to run across the street, go to that restaurant there, get me a little something to eat for my dinner, and you keep the change. He said, but I said, man, keep the change, bro. You understand? He said, well, I'll pay you back. I said, keep the change, man. Get what you need to get for you and your man. All right? So he was like, all right, cool, man. Then this other brother, he came, he ran to the store for me. I said, keep the change, bro. Because he looked like he could use a meal. I said, yo, man, keep the change, go get you something to eat. You understand what I'm saying? And they said, man, you so cool, man. I said, listen, man, it's not about being cool, brother. I see what you're going through. I went through that. So I said, look, man, I got to hand it down to you young brothers because when I leave this earth, y'all got to take over. But I want y'all to be prepared and armed with the tool. You dig what I'm saying? So back to this. Now, JT, back to topic. Is this woman still working in that facility?
What I see from YouTube, I would not know, but
because the reason why I asked that, we should find out and circle a nationwide petition to get this fucking broad.
Like I said, the story is in the chat. It's in the beginning of the chat. I believe.
Hey, yo, I gotta bounce off for a few minutes. I'm gonna swing back though.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying, JT?
Yeah.
We'd have to take an extra step to find out if that woman is still with where was it, in Houston? Whatever.
I think it's in Texas.
Okay. And get this broad removed. See, this is the thing our people don't do. We don't see you gotta see the one thing our people have to learn. Let me explain something to y'all. We have to learn policy. Policies of what they do. We can't get emotional to the point, oh, fuck that. You got to learn policy. Once you learn policy, you become, your strength increases. Because now you can attack from the policy standpoint. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And they can't argue with you. Once you bring a policy statement and you stand right by that, we have to do this. This is one of the things our people have to learn. I'm not trying to tell people what to do. Chat, don't get me wrong. I don't know everything. I don't. But there's certain things I do know. And you have to do policy. Because if you don't do policy, they're going to look at you like you crazy. You see? So we have to attack the policy of it all. Then you move on to other things. Because when you attack it and put the pressure on it, it has to be targeted to that policy.
I understand, but I would say before I get the brother up, but I say this, that it would have been an outrage what happened to a little girl. Understandable. No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
But as a young black boy, nope.
Mm.
And men got to step up and do something about it. Women got to step up and do something about it. That's the bottom line.
Right.
That's the bottom line. Because this is the way I feel. If you do not care for our young black boys, that means you don't care. You want them not to be non-existent.
Right.
We gotta stop talking these phantom cliches. You gotta tell it as it is. You want young black girls to live, I fight for that too. There's no doubt about it. But we do not fight for these young black boys. We don't. If you don't fight for that, means you want them to die.
Right. And these are generations you're talking about, JT. Yes. These are future generations you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sick and tired. Our people making damn excuses.
Mm. Mm.
And the
Mm.
ones who come here, Jasmine, there's a story in Texas. It was this lady molested this young man in the juvenile detention over 300 times. Where's the outrage to that? Now we can think about feeling all we want. I understand. You know, he did some questionable things. Okay, I understand that. I get it. I feel the same way too. But this happened. He brought it up. I mean, they brought it up. If I could pull it up through YouTube, I know our people seen it, but they don't care. Brother Rob, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I was just I was just listening. I ain't really have more to add on to what I was saying. I don't, me, my approach is this, JT, and this is how I'm able to kind of like deal with it, right? I just anticipate that motherfucker just ain't gonna work with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, Joe, I got so many like stories where I could tell you where like, man, people fucked up. They're like, man, you know what I'm saying? You would really believe that. But in my mind, what I'm saying to everybody, right? I have trained myself to overlook that shit and stay focused on the goal. I didn't train myself to do it. You know what I'm saying? Do I get weak sometimes? Like, damn, what's wrong with us, G? Damn. Of course. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking and what I'm saying and what I'm doing, Joe. I'm working toward the goal. So when motherfuckers be on that bullshit and act like they don't care, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't want to talk about it. And my man, like man, that's fuel to my fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't care? Great. You know what I'm saying? That let me know that I need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? So that's the approach I take. You
But
know,
mm-hmm.
fuck the world. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Fuck the world. I'm a work for our people, and if I'm a fool, I'm gonna be a fool.
You know, I understand, Brother Rob, but
I'm gonna
I'm like
stand on
this.
that shit.
I've been at, I've been, yeah, I've been fighting for our community for a long time. I've been fighting the warrior, but we're gonna stick to this issue. I've been at this issue for a very long time. And time again, do I get worried at times? Yes, I do. I do. But I keep on going. I work hard. I do work hard. Miss Coleman, how you feel? Thanks for coming. Yo, shout out to Miss Coleman. Check her thing, check her channel out. Great information on it. But like I said, I've been fighting. I do fight for our little girls, I do. But I fight for our little boy for a long time in our community. And it seems like every time throughout the years, the percentage is getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And
Well,
I know I'm not the only one doing this. I know I'm not, but I'm saying this, and I know people will just a person want me to take a break. I'm not taking no break. I'm gonna go harder. I'm tired. This conversation is switched. I'm tired. They talking about, oh, there's no money. I'm tired of hearing, oh, they asked for it. I'm tired, and also these men, you're a bunch of fuck ups. It's pitiful. But I guarantee if that would happen to your son, you want us to have sympathy for you. And that is another conversation.
Facts.
And so for me, I understand what you're saying, but about fighting, I am fighting. I am going to work hard. But I'm saying it takes a team to defeat this. And we have to understand too. A few is warring. A few is stepping up. But I tell you this, and I let people this. You know what's going to happen when it happened to their son? And I'm talking about people working the higher elite of our community. I mean, of our people. That's when they're gonna like cry wolf. I hope it ain't like that. I want to be wrong. Trust me, I want to be wrong. And I know mothers out there are fighting for our little boys. And the ones they fight for our little boys, I commend you. And believe me, I got your back. It be at times I don't get no sleep because this is not the only issue in our community that I'm that's important to me. But this is up there. We gotta fight for our little boys. We are fighting for our little girls. Yes, we are. But we gotta fight for our little boys. They are the future too. They are the ones that are going to be great fathers. They're going to be great fathers, great husbands. They're gonna fight for our community. They're gonna fight for our rights for our people. They're gonna be stand up men to protect our family. They not a basket case that a lot of us be thinking. And I tell people this too. Whenever this finished, I want you to listen to She Stay Sleep TV. I want you to listen to his live tonight. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to it. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. And I have every right to be pissed off because we don't give a fuck. We want to give up our little black boys up to this oppressed system and hell with it, throw the key away, and that's it. And the ones like Brother Rob is working in the system. I mean, do education. I commend him. We should commend him because I know at times he don't get no sleep. I know at times it bother. That's why he go hard. I didn't mean to bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it anyway. A little over a month and a half ago, there is some kids that the society do not want to be bothered. They was part of the basketball team. And they won the championship. That society had thrown away. But my good brother here, Rob, the educator of the community, he did not give up on them. And even the other staff, they did not give up on kids. And you know what? They have a purpose. They giving them a purpose that you could do it. And you know what? They won the championship. And I remember he told me this because it happened on the same day, happened on a Friday, and he didn't have no voice or nothing. How happy, how proud he was because they didn't give up as society continued to do. And they are deliberately doing that because they know they can get away with murder. And some of our people are falling for it. Pretty Apple, how you doing? Thank you, Miss Coleman. And I know it's going to be some people, you're underrated. Well, you need to fight for our little girls. Yeah, I do fight for the little girls, little black girls. Yes, I do. But I'm fighting for the little boys too. And fathers, when you have your sons, you need to teach them, and mothers, you need to teach them. Like you teach your little black little girls, you need to teach your little boys how could a woman could molest them? How certain signs that you look for, and it should be more than ever. It should be a routine. Because you know why? Because my great grandmother, when she was living, my grandmother did that when she was living. My aunt did that when was living. They were showing me different sides, including my mother. When a woman do this, that's a no-no. When she kiss you in the mouth, that's a no-no. When she kiss you close to this, no-no. When she like kiss you on your, they're trying to, that's a no-no. When she wants you to play her, that's a no-no. See, these are the points, and these are the signs that y'all need to teach your boys right now. You need to be on top of it. What's going on, Joel W? What's going on, family? Thanks for coming. Now, before I give it back to the brothers, there is another story that I posted on YouTube. Also, I got it from the Phil Advice show. There's a grown man, I forgot his name, but he was kind of grown. He raped a 14 white guy. He raped a 14-year-old student, black one, and he practically got off. They put him in the lower level of sexual offender, and I believe that he on probation.
What?
They put him on probation. So practically he got the slap on the wrist.
Wow.
Oh, JT, you just picking on. Oh, but this happened to a young girl. Black. What he was not black man. White guy. Grown. Raped a 14-year-old. It's in it. I'm telling you, these stories in the chat. They check it out. And then, so basically, in the long run, he gonna be straight for the rest of his life. You're basically just saying that this what happened is gonna be a sponge. But she has.
Please put those stories in your description box too.
I can't put it in the description, but it won't let me. But it's in the chat.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
Okay. Wow. He raped a 14-year-old student, you said? Student?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so I know there are some sisters that's listening here that you could give. Y'all don't believe me, y'all can go straight wherever this is. Y'all can go straight in the chat and pull it up. If matter of fact, I'm gonna do one thing better. While I'm talking to y'all, I'm gonna go and post it. I'm gonna post it in the chat again.
Right. Okay.
Okay, this one. They post this. Yeah.
We gotta stop for that drama, y'all. These are eye-opening. These are eye-opening experiences, man. Everybody, our people love drama too much, man. You know, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You and Rob know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna quote it out, but you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally, man. I'm not gonna quote it out.
Mm-hmm.
Totally, man. Totally, man. I had to leave that thing. I was like, wow, man. Come on, man. This doesn't make sense. We stare at the wrong. We focus on the wrong things, man, all the
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah. This is the story we was talking about last year when in Texas. Okay. I'm trying to pull the other one up. Yeah, but this is really happening. Any of y'all, any of y'all could build on that. Go ahead. When I'm trying to look for the other one.
Yeah, in closing, JT, um, I just say again, man, it's just my philosophy, my terms of engagement, if you will. You know what I'm saying, on YouTube and on other media sites that I'm gonna be partaking in. I just feel like that is what is needed for right now. Um, it's just like if you know, it, it, it's a lot of times I just try to use discretion. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times when you could say some shit, but sometimes wisdom say that you shouldn't say anything at all. Sometimes you got the ability to do some shit, right? But sometimes it's better to just wait. You know what I'm saying? And that discernment, right? It come with experience. It come with time. It come with sitting with elders. It come with pushing yourself to learn, looking to learn, being
Right.
a long learner. You know, and then here go the other part where it come from. That it come from that people sometimes overlook. You learn more from losing than winning. You learn more from losing than winning. Now I know that sound crazy, right? But like if we was to use a sports analogy, this sports and politics talk tonight, right? You use a sports analogy, right? Who you think gonna be hungrier in the next game? The
The
team
one
that
that the one that lost. The one that
exactly
lost.
the one that lost exactly. And so because we in the losing position, we cannot become ambivalent. We
Right.
cannot become aloof.
Right.
We cannot become disengaged.
Right.
We cannot become that. We can't become self-deprecating. Wallowing in, oh damn,
Right.
look at us now, and woe is me. Cause see, if you stay there, right, that's where you gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
What we thinking, what we saying, and what we doing. Those things have to get in line for us to be successful. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I know that I might not have all the answers, but I know that to be true. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
definitely. Definitely.
So in closing, I just say, try to keep your mind positive in the midst of all of this chaos. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of the chaos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think that's what is needed right now. Because man, G, the walls caving in and niggas like, yeah, let it fall. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's retarded. You holding you holding up your side and you don't like how she getting weak on her side. So you over here
Right,
talking shit about her instead of
right,
giving us some pointers on how to hold the wall up.
right,
Huh? You see what I'm saying?
right,
That's what we
right,
on right now.
right.
Man, I hate I missed it, man. Nyla has sent me a link to be in the chat room. Are we
Mm.
is Black YouTube? Are we in the midst of a civil war?
Listen,
Is
man.
that what's going on?
Man, listen. Yo,
Unbelievable.
this raw, and I'm being honest with you. I heard some happen like that, and I'm not getting to it. But this is my thing. My focus is, yo, if we don't take care of our own, and we just want to go at each other, man. I'm not fucking with them, yo. I'm not fucking with anybody, man. Yo, I have a purpose, yo. Yeah, my purpose is my vision is broad, and I'm not gonna get off my square for over this dumbness. What's going on, man? Tonight, you're not all about saving our little boys. There's nothing to say. Simple as that. Now, people could take it as they want it. I don't give a fuck. We fighting the wrong fights, man. All the stuff we talk about political. All the stuff is really going on. We don't talk about stuff like that. Like I said, man, we love drama, man. Some of us we love drama.
That was proved by people in the chat. I couldn't believe half the shit I was reading.
Word.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Oh yeah, I love. Yeah, and I'm like, huh? I said,
Man,
whoa.
see, look, right? We have it's a shock value that your mind is always looking for. That's why if it's a fire, right?
Right.
Everybody gonna slow down and look at it, and if they got a video on film, you know what I'm saying, and the 7 o'clock news, 10 o'clock news, you know what the
Yeah.
part you looking for? For the roof to cave in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You man,
Right.
I don't know why we can't turn away from when we see that car crash or it flip over and over and over and over again. See, we like, oh, and motherfucker, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's normal. Somebody has died in that car. You
Right.
know, it might be some entertainment value, some shock value with seeing it, but we have a propensity to want to look for that type of thing. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because we Americanized. You know, maybe that's what it is. That's what I would blame it on. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know, I'm a crazy motherfucker to think that the white media, you know, over the years have programmed people to think like how they think,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
It's
You
some
hit it
it's
right.
some things, it's some habits and some cultures that you know in the black community people used to say to themselves, man, touching kids, man, we would never do that.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
It was a time, Joe. This before crack, this BC, you know what I'm saying? Before crack, right?
Mm,
Hey
mm.
man, we would go to Mississippi. Hey, bro, they didn't lock no doors.
Right.
Be like, damn, man, why you keep locking all the doors? I'm like, damn, I'm sorry. What's happening? Because I was locking everything. I was watching everything, locking everything. They like, damn, calm down, man.
Yeah.
You know, every time a car rolled down the road, I'm like, man, who is that?
Yeah, that's how it was
Right.
in Georgia, right? When my father lived, I said, yo, what you not doing?
You see, us American, you know, living in urban locales, black folk, right?
Uh-huh.
We have a sense of degradation that other people just can't understand. You see what I mean? So these
Right.
suburbanites that be on YouTube, you know, these Northern Californians you know, that go surfing every day and shit and got the best
Yes,
weed in the world and shit like that. They
that's
don't
right.
understand, like, you know, mayonnaise sandwiches and shit. They don't understand that. They don't get it, bro. You know, when
No,
you only
you're
got enough
right.
deodorant for one arm and shit, like, you know what I mean? They don't understand that, bro. Brushing your teeth with baking soda and shit like that. They don't.
Right.
They've never experienced anything like that. They don't
That's
understand
right.
poverty. They don't understand it.
Right.
So they don't have the capacity to
Right.
understand what black folks is going through.
Right.
Imagine if you lived in fucking Salt Lake, Utah all your life.
Right.
Me and you not
Hey,
gonna look at the world the same way.
listen. I could piggyback on that, and I could attest to that because I saw it personally when I moved to LA to play college ball. So me and my brother-in-law, we went to Malibu Beach one day. So we were out there kind of early, and we put the towel, big ass towel. We had our little, food, little drink. So I said, "Yo, man, I'm gonna crash for a minute." He said, "All right, I'm gonna read a book." Yo, I woke up from that little slumber. I looked up. Yo, Rob, we were the only two black spots on that entire beach for miles. So I looked at him and I said, "Yo, Ray, you see this shit?" He said, "Yo, I started noticing that too." I said, "Man, if this was in New York, we'd have been fucked up." But these people didn't care. Matter of fact, they were like, "Hey guys, you want to play volleyball?" And I'm like, "What?" You know? "Oh yeah, we got something over here. We this over here." I'm like, "Huh?"
Man, Joe, it was it's a suburb in St. Louis when I was in college. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a suburb, and I mean this is a very affluent white suburb. And it was a white kid that I went to college with. He took me to his crib. You know what I'm saying? We was riding down to his crib, and we was gonna go to the mall, right?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Man, Joe, when you pull up to the to the community, you know what I'm saying? It's like a
Uh-huh.
11-foot gate and
Right.
the motherfucker painted gold. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And like it's just fields, Joe, just grass, roaming ass grass. There's little hills, little humps, little mounds, little ponds and shit. All kind of
right.
different ass trees and shit. This
Right.
shit was like fucking a fucking fairy tale. I can't even remember the name of the suburb, right?
Okay.
We in a RAV4. That was I had never even seen the motherfucking car before, G. We in a
Right.
RAV4. The motherfucker had came out. His dad
Right.
went and bought him one for college. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pull up to the crib, G. Got a circle drive. What I'm saying, to break it all down to you, right?
Okay.
We don't really understand how good white folks living.
Right.
We don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Us
Right.
that live in urban settings, we don't understand how good they living. And so that's
Right.
why these suburbanites is like, you motherfuckers is crazy. When we see the value in the neighborhoods. They
Right.
telling us we out of our mind because they got them Roman hills and little ponds and shit and swans flying around and shit. You see what I mean? They like,
That's right.
why not come and live out here, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't understand. So what I'm saying is the dichotomy of of the two different perceptions. Plus, then we when we start talking about YouTube, right? And man, I know I'm being long winded. All right, we're trying to break it down, right?
Yeah.
Black
Yeah. Good.
Black YouTube. We got the conscious community. We got the
Mm-hmm.
hip hop community. We got
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers that's just trying to be funny.
Right.
We got these religious zealots, extremists, if you will.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? And so all of these different perceptions are now colliding. And we have never, as a people, learned how to agree to disagree after the Civil Rights Bill passed in 1968. I'm telling you, if you
Mm-hmm.
look at that one cataclysmic point in Black history, bro, that's where we have fallen off at. And we need to pick up
Right.
from there. Ever since from that point forward, G, shit been going downhill. You
Hell,
know what I'm
right,
saying? And we just need to look up. That's it, bro. The history
right.
tell the story. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with Brother Rob. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the data, then don't believe me. Look at the data. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that's why I can't have a lot of intelligent conversations with brothers.
Conversations.
They
Right.
don't they
Right.
don't know shit. But
Right.
they got some white people talking points talk about burn down the black community. Crazy motherfuckers. They
Fucker.
crazy.
Right.
They
Right.
crazy, man.
Well, like JT said it, we like the infighting but JT, let me tell you something too, brother. Now,
Mhm.
and piggybacking off of what Rob said, in 2015, I had a travel baseball team, right? So we used to get them out the Bronx, dude. We used to tell them, listen, man, anybody could be king of their block, but it's where you go out to these other neighborhoods. Anyway, we ventured up to a place in Westchester, deep up there, deep. I can't remember the Salem, New York. Hey, it's Salem, New York. Anyway, we got to that field, brother. That high school looked like a college campus. Yo, my kids couldn't believe that shit. They were like, yo, coach, do you see this? So I went over to the coach, the white coach, and I said, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah, what's up? I said, this field here, the town lends you the field. He said, yeah. I said, do you have to pay for the use of it? He said, nah, we get it for free. But I said, what? Now, yet, the high school that sits right behind my house, because they came down to play us over here, I had to pay a fee to use it for 3 hours. And the field wasn't even looking as good as the one up there. So you see the unevenness? You see, it's uneven. And going back to what you said, I didn't want to get off topic real quick, but it all coincides. But we have to understand as a people, like you said, JT, under one flag, it has to be one flag, 10 points of contention that we all could agree on. The other stuff you throw away, and let's go for it. Plan, you strategize, you do what you have to do. It's that simple. See, people make things harder in life than what they actually are, fellas. That's what I've grown to, know. They make it harder than what it actually is. And I don't know if y'all agree with that assertion, but for me, I believe that. I truly believe that. They make it harder than stop seeing what it ain't and see what the fuck it is. You understand what I'm saying? Because we always tend to see what it ain't or what's lacking. No, see what it is. See what we could get out of it. See what we can get out of this thing. We're not going to get everything, man. But if you can get a good percentage of what you came for, that's you may lose a little bit, but you're winning on another end. You can win and lose at the same time. You know what I'm saying, Rob? You can win and lose at the same time. You see?
Exactly. Sometimes you lose in a bad way. Sometimes you win
Right.
in a bad way. You know,
Right.
but it's the lessons that you learn while you're doing it. Now, I
Thank you.
always want to win, but if I got
Right.
to cheat to win,
Right.
if I have to listen in on somebody else huddle, I know that
Right.
I didn't put myself in a position to where I've lost some integrity, and I can't
Right.
really call that a win. You
Right.
know, the ref didn't call a foul, and clearly we fouled him, and he had a chance to hit the shot at the end. Fuck it. Well, I take the win, but I wanted to see what would have happened. You see what I mean? Because I need
Yes.
my team to go through that. You know,
Right.
analogies. My pops, he talked to me in analogies, and he used this analogy. He said, "Son, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to make gold, right? If you find some gold, you paying it for gold. You find some gold. You can't just go and sell that on the open market.
Right.
This what you got to do, right? You got to get you a real hot stove, hot oven. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A kettle, right? And that motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
got to get to a certain temperature. And then you're going to add
Mm-hmm.
some lead and some cobalt and all of these different types of metals. And what's going to
Right.
happen is, in the process, why it's so fucking hot, right? All of the gold is going to go to the top.
Right.
And then as it cool, you turn the fire off. As it cool, you just cut the gold off and you
Right.
leave the lead behind.
Right.
You see? You got to
Hey.
go through some fire first
Yes.
to really learn. You did. I mean, that's just what
Yes.
it is. It's the process of growth, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This because nature can teach you some shit if you listen, if you watch, right?
That's
A
right.
seed, right? Think about a seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard on the outside, but on the
Mm-hmm.
inside, think about all of the DNA and the RNA and all of the different proteins and minerals and shit that it need in order for it to actually sprout life.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to put it inside of the soil. And
Right.
literally, some shit got to crack open.
Yes.
You see, you got to crack that hard shell. Literally, some shit got to crack open in order for life to come forth.
Right.
You did.
Right.
Nature can teach you some shit if you watch.
If you really watch. Yeah.
And with some wisdom, though, you got to watch with some spiritual eyes. See,
Right.
that's literally that's what the conversation is lacking, the spiritual component. But now that's
Mm-hmm.
pseudo. You see,
Mm-hmm.
that's that is what your melanin when you in the Baptist church and they hit that song and you get to talking about your thinking about your loved ones that you done lost, and then
Mm-hmm.
the hairs on your arms rise. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about? Oh, you
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
talking about,
Oh,
right?
yes, sir.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Hey. That's your melanin. You
Right.
ain't gonna get that at no Catholic church.
No. That's for sure.
Hey man,
That's
our,
for,
our
that's
people are that special. Our
right.
history is that special. It's not pseudo. It's not me.
Right.
Oh, I just romanticize the idea of black people. I'm not
Right.
romanticizing it.
Right.
It's documented, family.
Right.
It is. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So like I don't have to romanticize it. I could tell Fannie
Right.
Lou Hamer story and make people share the tale. I
That's
could.
right.
Because her
That's right.
story that powerful. I can talk about Dr. King in a glowing way to make people
Right.
understand his sacrifice and we should honor him.
Right.
But see that it gotta touch you in a way that
Mm-hmm.
where talking points ain't gonna get there. That's where our
Right.
spirituality. That's the key to this. But see, that's
Sure.
pseudo, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of content providers don't have the spiritual component of in
Right.
their character for it to come out.
Right.
See it come out in JT. He don't have to tell you that he lived by a moral code.
Right.
That just
Right.
come out. That just come out in his character as he talk. See,
Yeah.
because it's real. You can't fake that.
You can't. Yeah. That you can't fake. Yeah.
You can't fake that. So
Right.
I mean, look, brother, I'm saying to y'all, everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying, in
Mm-hmm.
JT, be encouraged, brother. Be
Right.
encouraged. And hey, our people, right? They march to a song. I ain't gonna let
Right.
nothing turn me around.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kept singing it and kept going with fire
Right.
hoses and dogs and the court system against them and bombing little girls at church and what I'm saying,
Churches and shit.
knocking a
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
man out after he just came from being a war hero and bombing people's house on Christmas Day and you see what I mean?
Right. Yes,
All our
sir.
people did, they just had a song and the belief.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what changed the world.
Right.
What's our
Right.
problem, bro?
No,
We
you're
don't
right.
we don't
But
have that spiritual component, family. That's my
and
contention.
that, but that's a centerpiece of everything because These young people now, oh, I don't want to hear about religion. Oh. I said, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. In spirituality, your great grandmothers, your ancestors, your mothers prayed for your safety. You dig? Every day you walk out that house, don't think mama wasn't looking. I said, my mother could sit in the window and look at me go to school. Even when I get out of sight, she still had them eyes that could see around the corner, brother. You dig what I'm saying? And JT could attest to that. Okay. And, you know, one thing JT about him, you see, the thing is this. Listen, man, he comes real and he's got a passion for this, you know, to save our young men. Okay. You don't see too many people advocating for that. You dig? Because they say, oh, boys are boys. I know he done heard it. You know what I'm saying? I know he done heard it. I done heard it. They even asked me when I was coaching the young men. Because I started with 9 and 10-year-olds and ascend through the ranks as they go up. Okay? And I said, look, man, I'm making sure that these kids have an alternative. The streets ain't what's happening, especially nowadays. Okay? It ain't what's happening, man. So, and it's not that I'm trying to shit on their dreams, because, you know, a lot of the parents, they go, oh, I want my kid to be the next Derek Jeter. Slow down. Listen, mom, your kid could parlay this into an education. Okay? Even if he doesn't play football, he can get something for himself, a trade or whatever, a degree in something where he can become productive for himself. If he has a family, he can be productive. I'm not trying to shit on his dream. If he makes it, cool. We'll give him the tools athletically to try to, you know. And I've had kids that went play college ball. I had a kid that played in the national championship back in '98. And this kid, let me tell you something. When I first came upon this kid in high school, because I coached in the high school in the Bronx, this kid was eating. He in the 10th grade, he was eating pudding. That's how soft he was. And I had to work with this kid, get his heart up. You understand? And the kid made a lot out of his life. Yeah, he was supposed to get drafted. Something happened that draft night, but he called me and told me it's a lot of politics, bro. I said, all right, so what you gonna do now? He said, I'm gonna go play overseas. Because he had already had his master's degree from Kentucky. Okay, so he was straight. You see, as long as you get that and you on and running, I had another kid that played for Oklahoma. We put him out there. But I tell him, if you don't make it, get that, you know, the education. Get that education. You know, people tell me, oh, but that's the white man's education. I said, man, you can get knowledge from anywhere, bro. You can get knowledge from anywhere. But in this system, we have to do that, but they can do for themselves after they complete that cycle. You see? Because it gives them the power right in their hands to do for self. Yeah, you might work for the man for a few years or whatever, but if you decide to work on your own, you know, do your own business, yeah. Now you got the credentials. You see? So it wasn't about the sport. It was about being productive in your own life for me. That's what it was for me. Because I had a shot when I was playing ball back then, but then I suffered a chaotic injury, and that knocked me out the box. So I had to go, you know, finish up, but I had to go look for a job. You dig what I'm saying? So I come back with those experiences, me and my man, because he was playing AA baseball, but he was like that dude Altuve from Houston. He was a short dude at the time, but he was hitting the cover off the ball. But they said, yo, you too short. He was in the Montreal Expos organization. You see what I'm saying? But then when that happened to him, we both collaborated because his team played my team for, I think it was the championship for the Bronx region for the right to go upstate. And they beat us by 1 run. So he came to me after the game. He said, "Listen, man, we play these white boys, man. You want to come, back us up?" I said, "Yeah, I got you. I'll be there." So, we hooked up, and we hooked up and we formed our own team. And we both gave them our experiences. Listen, man, we're trying to get you kids out of your condition. You see, that's the first and foremost. Get them out of their condition. Let them heal. See, these were young men, boys. You see, we focused on them boys because we know these young men always get the short end of the stick. Mm-hmm. So, that's what it was for us. And I worked with damn near 10,000 kids, 15,000 kids over the years. They came through the program. I'm a little bit kind of old now to be doing that. But I still, if I see kids that want to play, I send them to people that I know they got teams. You see, you keep it going. You keep it going. It doesn't stop. Shit doesn't stop. No, man. And that goes to what JT made that point. I'm gonna get back on topic again with the boys. JT, like JT just said, he mentioned something really pertinent for our information. There are people in the community that are doing it. You understand? There are people that are doing it. So, like such as yourself, Rob. And Rob, I want to tell you, you are not alone in this effort you're doing, brother. I got your back because I'm doing the same thing over here. JT got your back. He's doing something else over here where he's at. See, that we got a collaboration of brothers doing it, but you're not alone, brother. And I don't ever want you to feel that way. You dig what I'm saying? So that's where I rest. That's where Go ahead, fellas. I done talked enough. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. You
yeah,
heard what I said though, right?
yeah, I heard you, man. I heard everything you said.
Okay.
I was just waiting for JT. That was all.
Yeah. I don't know where JT's at.
Uh,
JT, you around? But you doing
yeah,
yeoman's work, Rob.
yeah. Sometimes I do feel alone. I mean, I know you. I appreciate all the support that you can give me, bro. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
But man, I'm fighting the uphill battle. Like I had told JT, this is a couple of maybe about a month ago. Man, I had the preacher give up on one of my students. You know what I'm saying?
What?
This
Wow.
man then came. He done got locked up a couple of times, and we wasn't getting through to him. I don't want to make it seem like it was like this young man was an angel or by any stretch of the imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But the last time that he had got out of jail, he was in a ministry program. I don't want to say the name of it, but it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a preacher that was involved, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
preacher said, "Hey man, hey, I done did everything I can for him, man. You know what I'm saying? He in God's hands now." And he left.
Wow.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And I don't want to call him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't heard from
Right.
him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm up against, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Wow.
hey, Shorty been coming to school. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't got locked up again. You know what I'm saying? He going back and forth to court. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
fighting a very serious charge this time. And so, you know, I do all I can so to make sure that while he out, that he progressing towards graduation and all of this type of thing, right? But once
Mm-hmm.
it's settled, like what it's gonna be, whether he going to jail or they gonna let him have probation until he graduate, and, whatever it is that the judge decide, I'm going to do my part. What's
Mm-hmm.
my part? Hey, if I got to, what I'm saying, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow night, goddamn it, I'll cuss his ass out. Hey, stay your
Mm.
dumb ass out of trouble. Text me
Right.
when you get home. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? On the
Right.
real, G. And if
That's
and if
right.
I gotta keep doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
Ain't nobody paying me extra to do that.
That's right.
I'm not. I'm. That's the first time you ever heard me talk about exactly what it is that I do, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what I do. You see?
Wow.
And so, that's why I'm up tonight because I'm waiting on a phone call. You can see
Okay.
I'm wide awake. I'm
Right.
wide awake and I'm waiting on it because I usually tell JT it's too late, man. I got to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
early morning. But
Right.
hey, I fully expect Shorty to call me. I
Uh-huh.
ain't gonna call him. And
Uh-huh.
once it get too late, of course my silly ass gonna lay down. But
Okay.
I expect a phone call. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why I'm wide awake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
Right.
he texts me, but he ain't called me. I said, call me when you get in the crib. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? So
Right.
it's accountability. That's what I use. It's structure. And there's
Right.
consequences when you don't do your part. That's what I
Right.
use. I don't whoop kids. I ain't beating them up and all of that shit. I ain't doing that. I ain't putting my hands on them.
There
Right?
you go.
But I guarantee you I'm deep in their mind, bro.
There
I
you go.
guarantee you. I guarantee you, come June 19th when my kids walk that stage, they
Uh-huh.
gonna remember Dane Williams.
That's right.
They
That's
gonna
right.
remember, hey man, hey, look, that man told me how to get my credit right. That
That's
man
right.
told me about this book, man. Hell no, Mr. Williams was right in the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they remember. They
Hell
remember.
yeah, man,
They
bro.
and they listen. They listen because one year I was over at the Little League field with the 11 and 12. This was, and some of my old players came across the street. So I was on first base helping my man out because he had no assistant coach. I was helping him out for the season. And these kids come across, they say certain sayings that I used to say to them because I used to talk to them before game, before practice, and after 2 hours, 3 hour session. So they say certain words, and one of them said to me, he said, "Yeah, coach used to say I could lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it." So I turned around and looked through the fence. I said, "Oh, y'all was listening, huh?"
Mm,
So these kids, they listen. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Yeah, they listen. They
Hey,
listen.
hey, I got two shorties. I'm dating myself now though, but I got two
Uh,
shorties that I used to coach. They coach now. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
They
right.
coach now. They coaching now. So man, Joe, I in my mind, you know what I'm saying, people can look up my record, Joe. I used to coach
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Little League. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the oldest little league in the state of Illinois. It was called Dalton Riverdale when we went in competition downstate and little invite tournaments and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
our uniforms was white, you know what I'm saying, with the blue trim, and then the letters was
Okay.
BRLB, you know what I'm saying? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And so I mean DRLL, my bad. And so anyway, I man, dude, I probably won like 9 out of 10 games. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say my exact record because I don't remember exactly. Uh, out of coaching 16 years, I won the championship 10. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got nine. I got 9 active players playing D1 baseball
Okay.
right. 9. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And so I probably got 4 more that's about to graduate this year. I don't know if they're gonna go
Okay.
D1, but they definitely gonna be able to play on the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let
So
me ask you a question, Rob. Let me ask you a real while I got you. That year that them young boys from Chicago took the National World Series.
right.
Yo, and they jerked them. We're talking about, oh, they came from different neighborhoods. What was up with that, man?
So look, right, the spot where they practice at, right, is on
Mm-hmm.
107th. It's right off of Halsted, right? So you're
Okay.
supposed to be 2.5 miles within the park where you practice, right?
Okay.
Some of the shorties don't live within those 2.5 miles. And so that's
Okay.
why. Now, that same team, right? That same team. I know the coach, you know what I'm saying? Coach will tell you, bro. Hey, when we played at Ho Chunk, man, they beat us, we beat them. They beat us,
Right.
we beat them. That's just letting
Mm-hmm.
you know how good my team was, dog. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They came through the city. We had to come through the suburbs. In the third round, they cheated my team. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Real talk, dog. They cheated my
Right.
team.
Right.
Talking about my first base coach touched the player when he came back to first base. And so
Oh wow.
they invalidated the winning run.
Wow.
Oh.
That's effed up, man.
So you
Oh.
know you can, hey coach, you know you can overrun first and turn right, right?
Yes, sir.
He came back to first base, jumping up and down because he had just hit in the winning RBI.
Yeah.
He give the first base coach a high five, and they invalidate the winning run, and that's how my team got put up.
Wow.
That same year, Joe Jackie Robinson West,
Yes.
we was neck and neck. We had the two best teams like in the
Right.
Midwest, Joe, not just in
Right.
Chicago in the Midwest. I went
Right.
way
In the
past
Midwest. Right. So y'all was taking downstate and all that shit.
man,
Right.
bro, downstate, Puerto Rico, goddamn
Right.
Texas, Florida. It didn't matter where we went. We was destroying teams because I had three lefties, and then
Right.
my righties was throwing at least 90. You know what I'm saying? Little league,
Damn.
uh,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we had something like that happen to us too, JT. Well,
Wow.
I had the 18 and over, 18 and under rather, 18 and under. So we were playing for the East Coast Travel Baseball Association. So we were the only team from the Bronx. So we went up to play a playoff up in you know where Woodbury Commons is at, right, JT?
Yes.
Okay, it was about a mile, 2 miles away from Woodbury Commons. So it was a field, it was a complex that stood behind $1 million homes. So we beat this first team. Then the second team we were playing, they were called Frozen Ropes. So Frozen Ropes has baseball training centers all up through Westchester and, Mariano Rivera, they endorsed them. A lot of the Yankees, they endorsed them because they go to those places. So money was filtered in. So we played them. Okay, now we played them during the season, but when they had us play them, I told my guys, I said, listen, I'm gonna take a skeleton crew just to see what they got. I don't care if they wipe the floor with us. So they wiped the floor with us in both games. They were laughing, so I looked at them. I said, because they had this black coach, and I said, "Yo, we're gonna see each other again." He said, "Yeah, okay." So when we saw him that night, yo, we crushed them in the championship game. So there was a play at second base where my catcher hit a rocket. So he came in for a double. He tried to go to third, and I held him up, and I told him go back. So when he go back, this Puerto Rican shortstop tried to go behind him and tag him out, but he had already got his foot on base, so the umpire called him safe. And then he kind of like elbowed him a little bit, right? So then all I heard was, "Oh, that was a bitch play." So the whole nine. We were physical with them. I said, "Yo," because I brought my real squad up there, and I said, "Yo, let's take these dudes out," because they were laughing at us and all that. So now, at the end of the game, when the last out was recorded, because we were in the field, last out was recorded. So you know how teams get along the first baseline, good game, good game, good game, good game. This Puerto Rican kid, the shortstop, he comes back around and starts with my catcher, who was twice his size.
Mm.
Now he looks at him and he said, "Yo, man, what you doing, man?" "No, fuck that, motherfucker." I said, "Nah, man." So I said, "Yo, don't do that." So I turns around because the coach was coming. So I said, "Yo, man, get your man, So as I turned around, he starts swinging on my catcher. My catcher didn't show. It was him and one of my pitchers who pitched the previous game. He said, "No, I got this," and he floored him. It was an all-out brawl, but the game was already decided, so they couldn't take the game away from us. So boys would be boys type shit. So we restored order. We got our guys back to the dugout. They got their guys. So I walk across the diamond to the commissioner because he was standing right there, this tall white dude. And I said, "Look, man, you saw that they started with us." He said, "I don't want to hear that shit." So I was like, "Yo, man, so are you going to do the presentation of the trophies?" He said, "You do it yourself." I said, "What?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "Sir, listen, you saw what happened. Nah, the hell with you. I put your medals and your trophies on your dugout side. Theirs is over there." I said, "Really? Okay." So I went back to my boys and they said, "What happened, coach?" I said, "They were supposed to give y'all a presentation, but they didn't. So I'm going to do it." So I lined them up at home plate and our parents were clapping. I put their medals around them, gave them their trophy. Big, nice trophy, right? So then they had left towards the parking lot. So the park started, like the lights started going out. We were up there in the woods and all that. So I said, "Yo, fellas, check this out. Let's get the fuck out of here because we don't know who's up here. We don't know if some crazy crackers is up here. Let's get back to the parking lot." They said, "Yeah, you right, coach." I said, "Pack up all this shit and let's go." So then we'll just celebrate in the Bronx. So now we did that. And then after I got home like 4 a.m, I goes on my computer because I had a computer at the time. So I look at the ECTV website and I click on the part who was their main sponsor. It was Frozen Roads. So we crashed their whole party, bro. We crashed their whole week. And you see, for them playing that racist shit, that's what they get. And I told my boys, I said, "Look, man, this is why I tell y'all, like there's a few blacks on the squad and some of y'all are like Dominican and Puerto Rican. I said, for you Dominican and Puerto Ricans, if you think you're white, think again. You saw what happened up there last night."
Oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said, for you young men, understand what's taking shape. Because, we done crashed their whole party. And they were mad like a motherfucker. They left there pissed off. All of them did. Even half they cut. Let me tell you how rugged it was. During the game, one of their parents from the squad was trying to steal my signs at third base. So I noticed it and I said, "Oh, I see what he's doing." So when we got back in the dugout, I told my first base coach, I said, "Yo, fellas, everybody huddle up." I said, "I'm gonna give you a sign. Then step out the box, look at Sammy at first. He's gonna give you the real sign."
Right.
They said, "Okay, coach." And then we were going back and forth between each batter. The motherfuckers didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. And see, that goes to show you what these people, what they do, even in sports. That's why I asked Rob about that Chicago thing because, listen, that 2 mile shit, Rob, that shit is full of shit. Because what about them teams in Tennessee? They got big areas that they get these kids from. Why is it in the urban center, it's reduced to 2 miles or 10 miles? Them places in Tennessee and Indiana and all them places, they should be fucking big. What about them kids from Korea? How big is their area? See, nobody never looks at that.
Right. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, right, when the playing field is level, you know what I'm saying? We know our kids gonna thrive. We know that. All we gotta do is create the playing field. Make sure that it's level. That's all we gotta do. I know I sound preaching, man, but I believe in what I be saying, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you talking fact because I be doing the same thing you was doing. So
Yeah.
we both seen the same thing, even though we were in different towns. I know JT seen it when he was playing basketball when he was young.
I played. I seen one time I played. I was on a baseball team. I never forget. I was 9, and it was like I hit it in the park a home run. So I know I touched all the base.
Right.
And I was speeding. I'm talking about like I was on. Then, right, I slide home to be on the safe. So you know the coach said, "Hey, look, I don't care if it's a whatever it is, slide home." So I slide home. So when I get back, they said, "No, he didn't touch the base." What? What do you mean I didn't touch the base? I made sure I touched it because I remember when I turned second, right?
Right.
I tripped over the base. So the thing, so the block went up. And I'm talking about when I was going, it seemed like I had another gear turned to the corner. And I was not sure.
Right.
So when they do it, I was all right. I was end up walking back to the club.
Right.
Then they say, "You out." What?
Yeah.
You had to be hitting me. And then I think after that, I said, I made my mind after that. Nah, I stopped thinking of basketball. I always loved basketball. Was my favorite sport, but I didn't.
Right. Well, we did a baseball game. Well, okay, the following year, we played up at Sleepy Hollow. That's near the Tappan Zee Bridge, right? So this was a quarterfinal game in the league. We was in 2 different leagues. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So the beginning of the game, you know, you're talking to the other coaches, the umpires, you know, they're going over the ground rules of their park, you know, blah, 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 what's the dead spot. You know what I'm talking about, Rob. So now, the guy, one of the coaches said, "Oh yeah, by the way, Raul, there's a mercy rule." I said, "Mercy rule?" I said, "I thought this was a playoff." He said, "Nah, we're gonna have a mercy rule." So I said, "So whoever up by 10 runs or more after 5, the game is over?" That would be. They said, "Yeah." I said, "Hold it right there." I said, "I'll agree to that, but hold it right there." I said, "Yo, Blue, come here, both of y'all. This guy wants a mercy. I'm gonna agree to it, but I want you to put them shits right in your books." Right? So they put it down, they documented it, blah, 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 blah. So I said, okay, cool. So they got off to a 1-0 lead because this guy hit a pitch off my pitch in the first pitch, the home run. Man, we came back and scored like 15 runs within 4 innings. So at the top of the 5th, we was up 15-1. So I said, yo, next 3 batters, this is what we gonna do. Whatever strong side you bat from that other side, make it look good, but strike out. Because we want to get my man my man who started, and he's gonna end the game for us. They said, all right, coach. So he did. Man, we ended the game. So I said, all right, go tell him good game. Next thing you know, the white boy said, no, that was a playoff game. It ain't no mercy rule. So I said, yo, my man, you just said it to me a half an hour ago. And I said, Blue, come here, don't go nowhere. So then he said, oh, I'm gonna call Eric, the commissioner. I said, matter of fact, here, call him off my phone. So he calls Eric. Eric said, nah, but there ain't no mercy rule in the game. I said, yo, give me the phone. I said, yo, Eric, man, this is Raul. He said, what's up? I said, yo, he wanted the mercy. I okayed it, but the umpires, I had them logged it in their books. He said, they did? I said, yes, they did. I'm going to put an umpire on right now. So I put the umpire on, and he said, yeah. He said, the visiting coach had me log it in. He said, then the game is over.
What?
The game is over. Yo, all that red came out. You could see they were so pissed. I said, good game, fellas. Have a good night. So I told the kids, let's meet by the parking lot. I told these kids, I said, let me tell you something. That was a lesson you just learned back there. So one of the Dominican kids said, what do you mean, coach? I said, whenever you go into an agreement of any kind, any binding agreement, get it in writing.
Yep.
Get it in writing.
Quick.
Right. Get it in writing. And them motherfuckers were so pissed. They couldn't believe it. And I said, yo, look who got the last laugh, fellas. Let's go out. We out of here. We're gonna stop at McDonald's on the way. I'll treat y'all to McDonald's. I got the money. Let's go.
Yeah, and make it so bad, right? Let me tell you. I remember I was watching this. It was the Olympics. It was a long time ago, and I remember USA played against some Caribbean.
It was in Munich, Germany. They got jerked.
No. I'm talking about that. It was a game. It was the Olympics. Never forget.
Okay.
That was here. So this team had like 7-0, right? It was the softball team. It was a grown woman softball team. Do you know that they scored like 45 unanswered runs?
Wow.
I'm talking about smacking them. Being like 45-7. And they was like getting them out. They was getting them out and everything, right?
Right.
So, the coach said, we already had, what you stopped the game.
Right.
They not coming back. And I'm talking about, softball, they throw underhand. I said they was striking them out. I'm talking about shut out ball. After like the fourth inning, they was not getting no hits.
Right.
They was getting like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like, he said, can you stop it? They not coming back.
Right.
And to make it so bad, coach said, look, let's try this hit. It was like they had 44 unanswered runs.
Wow.
I'm talking about even the pitcher was getting into that.
Right.
It was so funny. It was so funny. Half of them I did not know were switch hitters. They would out the park like that. Wow. God. And I'm talking about when they lifted, they was lifting balls out of it. It was people had to actually like get softball. I like, and it was like stop it. And so they won and everything, and they was pissed. And I'm talking about in this Caribbean, it was not one black player on it.
Wow. Wow.
And
that's crazy.
Isn't it? Right. So they beat a real good. They said, so what happened? They sold the loose team said they already beat us and everything and stuff like that. What happened? So USA, yeah, we told them stop the game. They said you gotta play the game out. So they got mad. They said, no, they already beat us. No. Play it out. Those are rules.
Right.
Play it out. And they have to play it out. And I think they scored some more runs too. I'm not sure. I think they did, but they got mad.
Wow. See?
Even playground.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see? Yeah. Oh, they'll cheat any type of way, brother. Yo, I done see some real shit. I be like, y'all motherfuckers sending 11 motherfuckers to bat? Yo, 12 people to bat? Wait, who's the DA? How many DHs you got in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Crazy. Yeah. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, Brother Rob said he had a phone call, so
yeah, he was waiting on it. So yeah, brother, I'm about to turn in,
yeah,
brother.
All right, so, I was ready to close this up anyway. Last remarks, please.
Okay. Well, again, thank you, JT, for having me. All due respect to you, my brother, and you keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Keep working and grinding and pushing this information to the people. I was glad to be a part of it with Brother Rob, with Brother Jaquel, and peace and blessings to those brothers, man. And, to our people, my message is we have to get up and do our thing, man. And they're showing us every day what it is. And we can't just sit back and just lay back and just let things happen to us, man. Because then, like JT said, I don't want to hear y'all complain because we can do a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things we can do. So just put your mind to it, press forward, be focused. I love my black people, man. I love my people. I love all people, but I particularly love my black people. So, that with that said, brother, listen, man, we're gonna just do our thing and keep it going. And we done did bread, brother. All right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you stay right there, brother.
Okay.
I'll say this, that I invite some people, you was there, mom, for one. I invite some people to come to the panel.
Mm-hmm.
I did, right?
Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you
You
did.
came up. Now, JMJ, I couldn't get you on, so I don't know what's going on and everything. I also asked the queens to come on. So I know there are some they don't want to get on because they're not used to it. I understand that, but I do have issues that I want to come up. And I'm going to keep at this, of our young black boys and other issues, because I do talk about other issues too. We do talk about politics and stuff that I think is very essential, but it seems that even then we don't want to talk about it. And then when things happen, that's what we want to talk about. And but it's cool though. I'm still gonna be at this, no doubt about it. So, thanks again, brother, as always. Thanks, brother Rob. Thanks, Chief Stay Sleep. Appreciate that. Thank all y'all to participate. And man's talk tonight, 9 o'clock. So on that note, this one is Ghost.
Peace.